So 6 o'clock we'll call to order
Yep,
and roll call.
Everyone's here.
everybody's here. We got John, Linda, Maureen, Tammy, Sandy, Gary, and Gina.
Yep.
And then approval of the agenda.
Yes, I move that we approve the agenda.
All in favor?
We need a second.
Oh,
Tammy is there.
Oh,
second.
Tammy.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carried.
Okay, you can't approve the February 19th and 26th minutes because it's on my old computer. We're trying to get those files off. But I was able to do the March 1.
So approval of the March 26th.
Yeah, and that should be in your
2026
next
minutes.
page. And when you see that on the minutes, do you have it?
No, I was gonna take,
Oh.
take out here what he needed.
Yeah,
Oh,
you've got an old one?
No,
Oh.
right, no,
this is,
I think.
Oh.
this is the folder you gave me last.
Oh, so I couldn't load it. That I was looking for it.
And
And
I
I'm
put
like,
a big home. I didn't know, I just. I just
no,
walked
no,
out
you
with
can take your stuff because you might want to read through and
it.
catch up.
Yeah,
But yeah, so this is what you need now.
Okay.
And whatever.
Here,
So this is the agenda.
yeah.
This is how I'm going to train Kim to do the minutes.
Okay, that's fine.
She's just not there yet. She's just learning a computer. But anyway, so we have a motion for the minutes of March 26th. Sorry. I just gave them to him today.
No, I move that we approve the minutes of March 26th.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed?
Motion passed.
Motion passed.
Perfect.
And let's see, correspondence.
So did you all get the email about the check that we got for the county? And then it's really confusing, but it does break down all the different counties that sent us money. It wasn't much, but every little bit counts. And I think about a month ago, they were talking about it, and I said I want to ask for every single penny that's coming our way. So that's what that was. So we got our county funding plus the reciprocal borrowing checks. And I gave that to the village yesterday morning. So. Oh, I do have other correspondence. You saw the letter. And I also got my letter for approval to be on the Washara County Library Services Committee. And that's with, the president of the county and other supervisors, so that's good. And that's part of the committee that works on the county funding. So that contract is being rewritten. I've already talked to you about that. But basically, it's going to be about a 2% increase every year from the county funding. That's what we go for. It might get 3%. It all shakes down through Winnifox and what type of reciprocal borrowing goes back and forth between the different counties. So there's that. That's all I have.
Financial report today.
So that's all in your notebook there. You have your bank statements. So you have your bank statements. That's the memorial fund. And this is our small checking. This is the one that we, write checks out of
Okay.
for certain things. That fund is where I took out the 500 and some change for the derby, or for the programming and for Spring Fling.
Not a small check.
Yeah. And I think I sent you all what we spent on Amazon, so you are okay with that? Okay.
Donation from Flanagan's.
Yeah, we got $1,000 for Spring Fling. So they have given us to date, December, I think they gave us $1,000. They gave us another $1,000 somewhere in February, and now this one.
Is that the campsite, Flanagan?
Well, they don't own the campsite no more.
Yeah,
know.
they're retired, but
It's still Flanagan.
yeah, we still.
It'll
yeah.
always be Flanagan.
And it will always be Flanagan's. Their son still has his trailer there. But I see them out often, and they're pretty good friends with the clients and stuff, so that's how that's happening.
So then we're on approval of the vouchers 32 to 42.
Okay, so when you see the breakdown of the vouchers, and I'm trying to give you the whole list all the time,
What's on this?
it's right here.
Okay.
And so I highlight the current ones. Okay. Keep her going. So this is year to date. This is the vouchers from here to there. Okay, and then in the highlighted yellow, yeah, so from here to here, and then the highlighted yellow, we have to write a voucher for the Argus. We got a donation for the Argus, but we need to pay that subscription. It's coming due. So that'll come out of small checking because that's where the donation went into. And then the 41 and 42 will be for Vicki and I, our payroll. And it's not going to be any different than what you just saw in the last payroll. My wage didn't change. Her hours are the same. So it'll be about 230.
Can I just ask, was there anything in the Argus about our last meeting? Did I miss it?
No,
Okay.
there wasn't any.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
there wasn't any.
But that's a good question.
Yeah.
I've been in close contact with Haley, so she's going to do the article about the bookmarks, and she'll take the picture and everything with the school when that happens. I don't know when that's going to happen yet. If anyone else wants to participate in that, because I ruin every picture I'm in, prefer not to have my picture, but that's fine. And then she is contacting the advertising department, because Maureen, I was saving this for later, is generously offering to pay to put this in the newspaper.
Yeah, that's a lot.
That's a
Thank
lot.
you.
Thank you.
Yes.
Well, I think it'll reach more people because not everybody is on Facebook.
Great. Yep.
So there's people like countywide that would be interested in seeing this. And also there's people that are like summer people, but they get the Argus, so they may not know what the issues are.
Yeah.
That's
So that-
good, yeah.
That way it would reach,
But I know that every, pretty much every county employee, elected official, and even here, employees, elected officials, read the Argus. So it'll get out there.
That's unusual, because people don't read papers anymore.
They
well, I
want-
think for local
Yeah.
papers, they do.
Yeah.
They may not read other
A lot of
papers.
them are going out of business.
Wow.
It's struggling,
So
I
how
know.
much did the Argus donate? You said they gave a donation?
No, we got a donation for the subscription for the, to
Okay,
pay.
all right, okay, I
And-
missed that part.
Yeah, so that went into small checking, and so that's where we're gonna pay it out of.
'Cause-
Yeah,
Yeah, because people come here that can't afford a subscription to read the Argus.
yeah,
So I-
it's very, very common, yeah.
So I think we have to have it.
Yeah. Okay,
So we need to have a motion to approve the vouchers. 32
Yes.
to 42.
if you have any other questions on the vouchers, let me know. Coming up, as far as expenses, we'll go over that in my director's report, but nothing surprising. All of our big bills for the year have been paid. You know, the walls fees and our rotating collection of wonder books, things like that. I have not been spending hardly any money on books.
I make a motion to pay the vouchers 32-42.
I'll second it.
Okay?
All in favor?
Right?
All opposed? Motion carried.
Okay, now past the financials in your little notebook, you'll see my director's report. Okay. Payroll, no changes. Staff changes, just Vicki and I working desk hours. I sent out the little sheets. We've been doing kind of that soft open at 9 since I'm in here. And we are getting a lot of people at 9, between 9 and 10. So I'm surprised by that, actually. Friends report. Dani is not here. She's traveling up north. I know Lori's here. But basically, the Friends we had a really good meeting. We talked about, you know, spring fling, but mainly I asked them for a lot of money. So I asked them for the printer, the new printer costs. I have $1,000 to get that printer. It's $688, but then I said we need toner for that. So they approved up to $1,000 for that. In addition, we wrote up an essay or compiled an essay. Did I send that to you guys? Here. You can pass this around.
Yeah, you sent it.
Okay, whoever didn't see it. This is what Emmy, Caden, and James are going to answer for. So since we can't hire Emmy, we are having her write this, and the friends are going to give her $500, James $200, and
Here,
Caden
here.
$200. We're not calling them scholarships because they're not necessarily using them for scholarships. You know, some of them are too young to go to school yet. But it's like the youth initiative program. So we did this in 2024. Madeline and James received funds, and we didn't do it in 2025, but we thought we'd do it again because the friends are doing well in book sales, and they're out there hustling, raising money, selling bands and all that stuff. And when we present this, we're hoping to present it in Spring Fling. So it'll be a nice visual moment. A lot of people will be around to see it. So I thought that was a good idea. In addition to that, I forget what the money that they had for last month, but I have it.
800 something.
Yeah. So last month they made $894. So just in selling the bracelets or the wristbands and book sales, and then of course Mark Moran and some donations from the Bluebird program. Okay, so that's about that. ADA website, we're still working on that. But this is one thing I have, the lost and paid book procedure policy. I asked Claire Ellen, what do most libraries do when you get a check from another library because their patron lost our book? Do we give it to the village and it goes into the general fund? Which, no, I don't,
No.
but some people do. And she said, and I said, well, could we put it in our small checking? And if we want to replace that book, then I order it on Amazon and it just goes out like that.
Right.
She said, just whatever you guys agree, we just got to track it.
Well, I think we should just replace the book.
Yeah, some of them,
Yeah.
well,
Unless
as you
it's-
know, like a medical book from, 2000, we wouldn't. We'd maybe update it,
Right.
Or maybe replace it with something else.
Right,
So yeah, or not replace it.
right.
Just keep the money, but just know that
But if
it
it's a
came in for
newer
that.
book, like when my dog kept eating books.
Yes. She did. Maureen paid for several books. When I first started, she'd come in so embarrassed, and it was fine. Okay. So now let's go in, so future, we get a lost and paid book, fine, we're gonna put it in small checking. Is that good with everyone?
Yeah.
Okay. I have one of those. Yeah. And Maureen, I want to give this to you before I forget. You have a lost and paid book.
Okay.
Okay, so donations. The Swank movie license, Mary Piaski, I'm sorry, not Mary, Karen Piaski paid for it yesterday. I was going to ask the friends of the library for that. She personally paid for it, which was very nice. We get $500 for book orders from WCTS. I think I told you guys that last time. We got 60% grant for the next dollhouse because we're going to raffle that off on Spring Fling. Maureen, newspaper article for a flyer. Friends are donating $1,000 to the printer and toner. Student workers. Oh, local businesses all around, not all of them, but some are doing fundraisers for the library. So I know Post Office, Barracks, Irish, not sure about Elmer's. Good Times is gonna. They've put a donation jar out there, and that will be for the library, so it's not going to the friends of the library, it'll go right to the library. How they will come in is probably check form. But people have been trying to give me cash when I'm at these places. I'm like, no, I don't want your money. I want your money, but I don't want to take your money.
Yeah.
Give it to the establishment, and then they'll give it back to us. Okay. All right. Building report. Outdoor sign and costs. I have that. It doesn't look great. I mean, it looks great, but it's gonna cost a little.
Well, how did Pine River get that new sign that they have?
Donation, fundraising donations. There's another one that just,
Well, in the article, it said they got it through some grant.
yeah. You can get some grants, like initiative grants, and I know I can do a little bit through, the Winnifox, but,
This was like, it's in the paper, the name of the,
was it
some community,
foundation grant?
something like that.
I think we can apply for that.
Okay.
The thing is here's where, you just have to decide what you want. So, I'll pass this around, you can look at it different ways.
Oh, that
Lighted,
electronic.
so right
lighting.
now, we're just talking the top panel. Okay? So the top panel,
That one?
yeah, two options. One is metal, one is plastic, one just lights up the letters, one totally lights up. And LED lights,
Yeah,
it looks really nice.
yeah.
And
Wish
it's
we
got a
could-
picture of a digital option on the bottom, but you know, that's a different price point.
It is.
Oh, and that road, bigger than the community.
It's the same size we have. Yeah.
Nice.
Well, it's much taller.
Well, the top isn't on it right now, on our sign out there. The panels are in back.
Was it ever on that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
Remember had the
replaced,
books on there?
yeah, we replaced
Oh,
the,
yeah.
it that
Oh,
was
yeah.
all peeling off, right? So, when we go to the digital part, we have to, if we don't get a grant or something for that, we have to bid it out, because it's gonna be over that $10,000 price. So that wouldn't be the company we would go with, we'd go with a bid process, which I hate, but we do. And that's just the legalities of being in a village or city.
Well, what if we just started with replacing the panels
Mhm.
on top?
That's what we need to do.
That's only 1,400.
Correct.
So if we started with that, at least it wouldn't look
Correct.
so naked, you know,
Correct.
with nothing there.
And 1,400, we don't have to bid out.
Right.
Right.
So I mean, if we just started with that option one,
Mm-hmm.
and then, you know, we'll just have to see in the future what happens
Right.
as far as like what kind of money we have, but at least if we did that, you know, it wouldn't be just nothing there.
Right. Now, I believe there's old light bulbs and light system in there. And we paid for that last year when they did all the shopping and stuff. We just needed to have the panels put up. So, we don't have to go to LED just yet unless it doesn't work.
Right.
We haven't seen it lit up on top yet, but the bottom is lit up really nice.
So, I mean, I don't know, I think we could just start with the option one and then
Right. So if you see option one there,
number one,
this,
like replacing top panel.
that's $1,400. That's both sides
I
of
don't
those
have that sheet.
panels.
Here, she
So when
handed
you
it out, it's
yeah.
on the other side of the,
Here,
oh wait,
it's right there. Number one, the white.
No, we don't have a copy of that.
No, I didn't make.
Oh,
I was
okay.
saving papers.
Well, here, just pass it around.
So $1,400 for the white panel. I think that's high, but not unreasonable.
That includes installing it?
Yeah. And we don't have to do anything ordinance-wise because it was already there, it was already, you know, passed, it was already within ordinance. The digital sign, when we eventually go that direction, it will be in compliance with the village ordinances. That's part of their job.
Okay.
So,
Well, I mean, I think we support that.
I think so too.
So do we have to make a motion for that?
I'm not sure I put it on, I put it in my report, but
Well,
I'm like,
it's on the report, but it's not.
not on
our
the agenda. So we'll do it, we'll put it on the agenda for next time.
Okay. And then they would come and do it?
Yeah, right away. I can order it. We won't have to pay for it until
Okay.
your next meeting,
Okay.
right? So we'll
Right.
get it ordered, but you don't have to pay for it, and if it's not what we want, we send it back, but it's what we want.
Okay, and then as far as like, they don't do anything with the lighting or anything in there?
So they can change it to LED, but we already have lighting in there.
Okay.
The village people last summer, they should have fixed that. They did the bottom.
Okay,
They didn't want to put the bulbs in until we had the panels up,
okay.
because, you know,
So we have to ask them for the bulbs?
it'll be a
They
work
covered
order.
up those terminals up there.
Huh?
Those, is it like fluorescent lights?
No, they're just kind of, they're in the frame, in the outside frames. They kind of go on the
Well,
side.
Open receptacles for lights in weather is not a good thing.
Correct.
Right.
I
Yeah,
hope they covered them up somewhat.
I hope so too. I hope so too.
Sorry, the old electrician and me coming out.
Well, we had a lot of issues with that sign, getting power to it, because, I think when I first started, I noticed that we didn't have power to it. And then I was told that we had to wait until the parking lot would be done, because it would have to go
No, I thought
under.
that's when they were gonna, when the
And
parking lot.
and
was
that's
done.
what they did,
Okay.
yes.
So is it like, is it like on some kind of a timer that it goes on when it gets dark
Yes.
or something?
Mhm.
Does it? Okay.
Mhm.
All right.
Yeah, it's solar. It just like our interior lights here and our exterior lights. That's all on a timer, and
Okay.
it's got a little thing that catches the sun.
Okay. All right. Well, that makes it easy.
Yeah. All right. So I will go ahead and go with the process of ordering that. It won't be here or payable until well after our next board meeting anyway.
Okay. Well, that could be an item for next meeting.
Yes, I'll make sure it's for sure on the agenda. Okay, so then let's talk about the computer replacements. The laptop that we're using right here, it's 11 years old, and it works fine. It just can't upgrade to Windows 11, which means I should really turn it on in our network, because the network guy is like, it's not patched if you do that. But we had that discussion after my desktop computer just died this weekend. It actually started going last week, but then it really crashed on Saturday. So I took the computer that we had in that office that we had for like telehealth and that whole thing starting up. So that's what I'm using now. And it doesn't have all my files or anything like that on it. But that one is already 8 years old. And my one that died was 8 years old. So,
Are you going to be getting these through Winifred?
so yes, Winifox does it. They don't pay for our computers though.
Right.
Yeah, we
But
have
I
to
mean,
pay. But
You have to pay, but they,
yeah, so the guy I go through is Pete. He and I started work together in Oshkosh at the same time within a few days. There's pictures of us like when we were really young, putting out the first computers, the big monitors, when Oshkosh got internet. So I've worked with him a long time, but he's the guy. And so I know him really well. We used to do all that stuff together. But with tariffs and everything right now, they just added $300 to the price tag of computers.
oh, you're kidding.
No. Like, it just went up. And he warned us. He said in January that it was going to go up, and here we are. So my proposal was to replace this laptop because that's what we use to record a lot of the meetings. That's what I have people who volunteer here do stuff. Other people use it for other committee meetings, and I have them type minutes on it. So we do need to upgrade that. And then another desktop, so we can replace mine and put that one back in that room. So it just doesn't look great.
So all total would,
So the total, if we did two, he's saying we need to replace 2 desktops because that other one's old too, but I'm thinking I can get away with it. We're looking at 150. I told him to give me a quote for 2 desktops just in case, but here it is. Now, we have money that when I started putting money away in a tech reserve fund. And I just try and do a little bit every year. We've talked about it, but we haven't touched it. We got $6,000 in there. So
Wow.
we have enough to pay for this.
all right, well,
So,
just take one.
Yeah.
well,
you need
because
one, I
they're
thought.
gonna die, and if we don't have appropriate funding next year, it's gonna hurt worse if we
I got
don't
one more
replace it.
document I need to print off, so yeah,
Yeah.
do it.
For sure. Okay, so I think that is on your agenda.
Is it?
Yeah. And we talked, my director's report's done. Friends
Director's
report's
report,
done.
Friends report's done?
Mm-hmm. Budget cut, we kinda already talked about that, that was in the minutes.
Do we
Can't
need-
hire anyone, can't do
11.
anything.
11.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, we really didn't do 10.
Do we need to make a motion to?
Yeah,
On
for
11,
these?
yeah,
right.
Yes.
yes.
Okay, so we make a motion to spend, what, tech reserve money to buy whatever.
The computers, the 3
Yeah.
computers.
Yeah,
We have a second?
I'll second it.
Okay.
So all in favor?
aye,
All opposed? Motion carries.
Okay.
So did whoever you were talking to, did he prognosticate that 8 years down the road, what it's gonna cost to replace them again?
No.
Did you become
It-
outdated? And
So, our
I'm just saying that
desktops, yeah,
computers don't last forever.
no, so,
but
and
who knows, like in 8 years, what, with the technology.
so
Or
these
even
that we're
5 years,
using,
you know?
Yeah,
yeah, like at the desk, our robust circulation system runs on very little. And we don't do a lot at that desk computer, so it can run for as long as it
I
powers
understand
up.
the kid sneaks a soda in, dumps it, you know.
Correct.
but-
Yeah, that might be a insurance claim if something like that happens, I don't know. But, so I know that we can probably keep these going for a while. My laptop we bought 3 years ago, it's coming up to the warranties off of it, because we get a 3-year warranty. And usually right around then they go. But, we can make it run. So at some point in 2 years, maybe we'll replace my laptop. But I think other than that, we're good. Our internet stations were replaced. Since I've been here, we got a grant for one, and then I think we got a grant for both of them. So those have been recently replaced in the last 2 years. So, now your next thing is your public records.
12, approval of action on the public records report as revised from March 26, 2026 meeting.
Mm-hmm. And I think that's something that you guys all decided you wanted to do. Maureen did the research on it and wrote it, and then the revised changes, so if those are good, we can send that out. And I think Maureen was right, you gotta put it in the post, in the mail.
yeah, I think we should.
Okay.
So that it's postmarked.
Yeah, water bills.
Well, does anybody have any questions about it? Wisconsin's an open records state, so
Is there anything else that needs to be added?
I know
Or
where we're
Oh,
at.
okay. Or did you see a copy of it?
the highlighted ones are the changes? So do we have a motion?
I think we should do it, so.
Okay,
I'll second.
all right.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries.
Okay. Items for next meeting's agenda, I have the sign. Anything else that you guys can think of? Well, if you do, you can email me and we'll put it on. So now, just need a motion.
Oh, to adjourn?
Yeah.
That's good. I'll make a motion to adjourn. All right.
Okay.
I'll second it.
Sandy. All right, boom.
Alright, so was Haley, was she gonna get back to you, or should
Yeah.
I like stop and
Okay,
talk
I
to
see.
her?
She is
$5 in there for them things, so.
for the bookmarks? Okay, so we need to keep that separate. Like, what do we got here?
Carrie paid separate for half. How much?
This is for Tim, this is for the.
This was for the
back.
bookmarkers.
Those are bookmarkers. that's
Okay,
for
so
the
that
back.
goes to the school. This goes to you.
Okay.
How much are them hats? No, I ain't gonna get one. I gotta
John,
go.
here's one with pink on it, that is
John,
picture.
get one for your dog.
I think you should put one
The
on
bigger
your
one.
door.
Yeah, oh yeah.
That would be cool.
You could put
They're
it on
really
your.
cute. You
Yeah.
can
Yeah.
hang, or if you have a, like a
Oh, yeah.
hat, a
We could end that.
coat
Is that
stand
still
when
recording?
you walk in the door.
Nice
Hang it on.
Thank you.
Yeah, that would
They're
be
cute. They're